everybody, and welcome back to Wolves and Neville, episode 5. So today I'm going to get my units all built up. I had my units delivered yesterday and they're all just down there. I'll show you them in a moment. So I plan to get them all built up outside of the van. That way I can find the positions I want to put my fuse boards, my cables, etc, in. But I want to get them built up outside of the van first, because I've got to take the rock and roll bed out that's in there. I'm going to also take the floor out because I haven't secured the floor down yet. I knew I was going to have to lift the floor up at some point to put some cables in, and I put my insulation underneath it. Excuse me, the lights just switched off in here. So yeah, I've a lot to do. I've got 6 days off now, so I've got quite a lot to do over the next 6 days. But I'll put that all in my videos. So there may be an episode 6 coming up. I tried to do an, as you know, a video every weekend. I didn't do this weekend because I've been waiting for everything to turn up. But typically, I think today is the coldest day of the year so far. It's absolutely Baltic out here. Snow, rain, wind, everything. I think we're just missing a tornado or a hurricane, to be honest with you. But right, I'll show you the units. I've unpacked everything, and it's sort of just laying down there at the moment, so I've got to get it all sorted out. But yeah. As I said before, everything has come from a company called Northern Rose Camper Conversions. Pop their website just down here, if it works. Absolutely brilliant company, an absolute pleasure to deal with. Family-run company, just an absolute pleasure. If you guys are looking at getting kitchen units, worktops, anything at all like that to go in your vans, they don't just cater for VWs. They do Fords, Fiats, all types of vans. Give them a shout. Have a look on the website, have a look at their stuff. The finishes are absolutely brilliant, and as I said, they're an absolute pleasure to deal with. So yeah, give them a shout. So here is all the unpacked units. As I said, I've just unpacked everything at the moment and laid it all down on the cardboard. I've got to sort it all out in pieces and then get it built up. And like I said, I haven't got a very big area to sort of work in. I haven't got a workshop or anything, so I'm working in the carport here. And as I said, it's absolutely bloody freezing. Excuse me, I'm choking myself today. But yeah, I'm going to put the time lapse on, and I'll show you the process of building these up. Just a quick one to note on the one thing I've got to do before I start building anything up is I've got to get my rubber T pieces in all of these bits. So you'll see the channel that has been cut into, like this section here, for instance. You've got a rubber T piece that goes in there, which the piece of rubber goes over there, as so. But I'll show you that. I will put that in, and I'll show you how they're done. So as you can see here, this is the rubber T strip that I was talking about. You can see here, hence why it's called a T strip. And this is going to be really hard to show with one hand. So this goes into the channel like this. You push it in there. Oh, give me a shade up there. So it goes in like this. Why am I struggling to show this? Like that, and then you tap it in with a rubber mallet. I cannot find my rubber mallet anywhere. It's disappeared off the face of the planet. But I have got an old wooden mallet here, which should be okay. Obviously, put something protective down on your workbench you're working on, because you don't want to damage the edges of your pieces. This still has, so the colour I've gone for is a graphite grey. But it looks a bit bluey at the moment because it's still got the cover over it. The plastic. I'm not going to be able to peel that off. Hold on a moment. So I can show you the actual colour. Oh, I need fingernails. There we go. That's the actual colour there. So it's this bit over here. It's the protective film that makes it look a bit bluey. So no, it's like the graphite gloss grey. So we'll put that back over there to protect that. But yes, right, I've got a lot of panels that I've got to put the rubber surround on, so I'm going to crack on with that now. And yeah, let's go on over to time lapse. that was a little bit tedious. I didn't time lapse all of the panels because it's taken me a good couple of hours to get all of them panels trimmed up and everything. I did stop for a bacon sarnie in between, so but yeah, it's taken a little while. I want to make sure everything was right. As you can see, they're all down there. Oh, sorry, I'm spinning around on here. So yeah, like I said, I didn't time lapse the whole thing because it would have been about 6 hours of time lapse of me banging a rubber strip on to wooden panels. So I'm all ready to start putting this back together again or together now. So I'm going to build it up out here, get it ready to put in the van, and then tomorrow I'll take out the rock and roll bed, sort the floor out, get my cables in, work out where I'm going to put my foosboards. I'm going to mount a carpeted board to the van behind that big section there, which goes at the back driver's side by the door. Going to mount a panel on there with my foosboards and everything, and I've got some notch conduit, notch trunking and bits and bobs to run my cables in to keep it nice and neat. As an electrician by trade, one of my pet hates is cables everywhere, looking like a bird's nest. Speaking of bird's nests, there's one up there. I don't know if you can see that. Little bird's nest up there, look. I haven't seen anyone come in and out of there, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. Might have to feed them. I won't touch them. Right, okay, so yeah, let's start putting this together, and we will head over to another time lapse. One thing I will add before we go to the time lapse actually is again, the quality of these things from Northern Rose. As you can see, everything is sort of scribed, drilled and cut ready to put the to put all the fixings in. Any screws that are going to go anywhere, as you can see on this panel here, all marked out with your screw holes. I hope you can see that. So yeah, all marked out where you've got to put your screws and everything. So yeah, to put together, obviously I think you need a little bit of sort of DIY knowledge. But again, anyone who's put a flat pack unit together from IKEA, yeah, could put this together quite easily. I would imagine. It's not overly difficult. Putting the rubber strips on all the panels is a little bit time consuming, a little bit tedious, but once it's done, it's done. And let's face it, without the rubber strip on there, you'd have wooden edges, which would look an absolute pig. So no, the wooden strip definitely finishes everything off. And I think the black on the graphite grey is going to look amazing. So anyway, yeah, we will now head over to the time lapse. Okay, so that is that end section there built up. Obviously your fridge sort of sits in here. In here you've got a little cutlery drawer which goes in there, so you can put all your cutlery in, or other bits and pieces if you wanted to. Still got to take the protective film off there, but it's the last thing I'm going to do once it's in the van and sorted. So yeah, let's make a little start on the centre bit, and then we've got the end bit to go on there. So looking good so far. So I thought I'll show you on these Northern Rose kitchen units that you get. Everything is sort of milled out or routed out, I think you'd call it, wouldn't you? So everything sort of slots into place. For instance, this little section here, see there? So this section here slots into there and is then screwed from the inside. So you get a nice sort of seamless joint here. So yeah, I think it's all of that sort of stuff that actually makes it real good quality. Excuse the mess in here, it's a bit bad at the moment. I've got to have a bit of a tidy up. But yeah, let's get this centre section built up, and then we'll move on to the bigger end piece. so that is the little kitchen pod all built up. Still got my protective film on there. Obviously I'm not going to take that off until I get that in the van, and before I fix it down I'll then peel all that off just to protect it from scratches. This bit I have peeled off here. You can see the sort of difference in colour. That's the graphite grey, and that is with the protective film on. It makes it look a funny bluey colour. The gaps around the things are all meant to be there, but obviously when that's fixed back it'll be dark behind. It's only because the light's shining through at the moment you can see them. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It's going to look really nice when it's in there. Along the bottom of this piece here, I'm going to fix some little LED spotlights along the bottom there, and so I've still got this side bit to make up, which will go this side here, and then there's another bit that goes across the top there which I've got to make up. But yeah, that's the first bit done. Okay, let's make a start on the next bit. Okay, this little unit is virtually made up. I've still got the door to put on here, but I'm now going to put my tambour door on, so I'll try and run through how to put these tambour doors on these units. So you've got your main parts, you've got your side runners, you've got your I don't know what you'd call that bit there, curly whirly bit. That's the top, basically. That's what sits at the top, and the actual panel curls up inside there, as you can see there. And you've got the tambour door itself down here, which is rolled up, but I'll keep that in there for a moment. So basically, it's quite simple really. You run a screw to the sides, like so. That one that side, and obviously this one this side, like so. And then your piece here sits on top. Although I'm not strictly, that can't be right, because there should be a little panel that goes on top of this, and as you can see that is sitting proud of that. Might have to cut these runners down a little bit just to make them fit. Or I could just chuck everything on the floor. Let's just check this one and see. This is impossible. Right, hold on. Okay, yeah, I reckon I need to cut the runners down a little bit, because obviously those bits here, they want to sit inside the actual unit like so, I believe. Yeah. Oh, or do they sit like that? No, they have to sit like that. They do have to sit like that. Right, I'm going to have a quick check myself here. Me telling you guys this is how you fit a tambour door, and I'm not 100% sure myself. So I'm going to have a quick look into this myself and just double check, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so we did have to chop a little bit off the tops of these. Not great deal, only a little bit. But yes, as I was saying, so these screw to the sides here like this, and it's a bit hard to see. The light is a bit bad in here at the moment. As you can see, it's now getting dark outside, but these screw to the sides here, and that is what the actual tambour door itself runs in, and then the curly whirly bit fits on top as so. So yeah, okay, I'm going to get all them screwed on, the runners screwed on, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so this is going to be a bit difficult to do with one hand, but so my runners are in, all in, and you slide the tambour door down inside the runners here, as you can see there. Oh, my torch is working on the camera. Oh, nice. You then put the actual door itself inside the actual curly bit up the top there, thread that down, and as you move this down, the door will actually roll up inside this, look. So you fix that in position. You've got your screw holes there, so fix them in position, and yeah, as you lift the door up, it'll roll around in the roller bit there. So I'll get them fixed in, and we'll see if it works. Okay, there we go. So that is the tambour door all fitted. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. You're going to be left with a little gap up the top there, because that's where the runners sit. Oh, it seems as though I've got a bit of a bigger gap that side than that side. I haven't, no. It's just where the light is sitting. But yeah, like as I say, with how these runners sit here, look, they're never going to fit up. So you've got a little dilly gap here, but it's nothing really. You only see that if you look up there. But yeah, works perfectly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Really tough with that. Excellent. Right, now I've got to get that end door on. This door here. And that is this pod or end piece all done. And I am absolutely bloody freezing. It's dark and it's horrible out there at the moment. At least it's not snowing. It's been snowing this morning. But have a quick look at the back from here. But yeah, this is how the tambour door sits in here. And I don't know if I'll be able to lift it from the back here. But yeah, it actually rolls up in there like that, look, on these little rollers. Excellent. Okay, so we are back. It's tomorrow now, and my birthday today. 21 years old. So last night I got all the units finished up and made, as you saw. This morning I've taken out the rock and roll bed, which is down there, and I have just test fitted the units in the van. So I'll put them in. I haven't bolted anything down yet. But I just put them in there just to see where they sit, and I've got to make a couple of little adjustments on a few little bits and pieces, because I'm moving them a bit further back than what they normally would be, because of where I've sort of routed some cables. My solar cables come down the back pillar and I want to route them in the cupboard. So but yeah, let's have a look at what they look like in the van. Yeah, so there we go. That's how they're sitting in at the moment. This little top piece has still got to go up along there. But like I say, I haven't fixed anything down yet. I've just put them in to sort of position them in, so I can see where my cable routes and things are going to go. As you can see, my cable's running around there and it's going to run around behind. I'm not going to put it in the wall, just in case I get a fault on anything and I need to change it. It's going to be behind the cabinet. So, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. Still got the protective film on there, so they still look a funny blue colour. But that is that will be the finished colour, and I think it'll go really well with the sort of dark interior and the grey floor that's in there. Got the black sparkle work top. Oh! As you can see there, to go with the sort of the black ceiling. I've also got to put my panels back on in there, get my insulation and stuff back in the roof, because I've taken the ceiling down. But yeah, oh, let's jump out the back and have a look. A little heater in there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Really pleased. So the quality of them is really good as well. Little section here, and obviously a big section there where my leisure battery is going to go. That's my solar cables there. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. You have to excuse me sniffling. I've got a bit of a stinking cold. So you see, I'm going to lock myself in here in a moment, and all my electrical equipment is going to sit in here. I've got to put obviously the panel and bits and bobs back on there, but I'm going to make a board up that goes in there, and all my consumer units and bits and bobs are going to sit on that board. So yeah, I'm going to shut that door. I'm going to lock myself in here with the heater and figure out my electrics. So the electrical installation I will leave for episode 6, and I will try and show exactly what I'm doing with that one. It's difficult when you're by yourself and you're trying to record and trying to do things with one hand. So, but yeah, again, thank you everyone that has liked and subscribed. I really appreciate it. Obviously, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode.